For our reflections. We have a few questions, and we can cut that, moderate, and do so many things. It's absolutely fine. That is the purpose of the final 5 minutes talk.
Okay.
We have to be natural, and this is our talk because this is our presentation. Thank you. Stop laughing, girls, and get to the work. Thank you. So, shall we start?
Right, Hannah.
Yes.
What are you most proud of as an achievement within your role as the part of the group?
I'm very proud that we managed to work together as a team and that we communicated as a team, even though we're only on a Saturday. So we kept communication lines open, and that we've managed to work towards a common goal. And I think we've achieved, we've worked really well together. So
That's cool. What about you, Mira?
I agree with Hannah in terms of getting the best from everybody and providing a platform for teamwork and values. That's what I found.
And you, Paul?
Well, I think we done so well. I try thank you to everybody. Thank you very much, girls. Even you support me, I was not here. And I was thinking it'll be not fair for you guys. However, we done so well, and I can't imagine have a different team. That was brilliant. Thank you.
Cool. What for you as an individual within the team did you personally find challenging, and how did you overcome this?
for me.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I like to leave things and I like to have the bigger picture. So Mira took that role this time, and that was great. But sometimes I struggle with not seeing the bigger picture. So for me, I'd taken my parts and I was very much focused on small individual parts, but I found that quite challenging. So.
I think two things for me I found really challenging. I'm a technical phobe, so I really relied on Paul for the technology side of things, which he's been brilliant at. And I think the other side of things that I found challenging at the beginning was just making sure that I'd gained the confidence of the team and felt comfortable in the role that I had. So I think those were my challenges.
Me, challenging, be not here. I was not able to control what could be happen. You could driven totally different direction when this whole presentation could go on the not the way we want to go. However, this coordination from Mira and you two girls, what we have on a WhatsApp chat, contribute and searching and changing, that was absolutely amazing. I also be fair, I will not manage to IT stuff, what I said I will do it, technically be wide to understand how to put everything together, and I'm hoping that will satisfy everybody on the final result.
Okay. Is there anything you would have done differently, Hannah?
Can you ask me that question first? Because I can't.
So that's really funny that you say that, because my answer to that question was, at present I'm very happy with every aspect of the team's outputs and I have no personal areas I would change. However, would be seeking to understand from the team if anything could be done better next time round. So I love that question.
Yeah, and I think actually when we've done the presentation and we've done it, it's finalised, that we could then reflect and then think about that question. Maybe that's a question that we could ask at a later point in time. Do you think? We've had more time to reflect.
Yep.
And we've done the presentation as a group together.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything at the moment that I can think of that I would have done differently.
I think even every single for us is individual different. Tommy have a scare with this, I have a scare with something else, you guys suffering with different stuff. But how we click together from day one from first year was amazing. And that should work, everything should work exactly the same way. And I'm happy, I'm absolutely happy. Even the subject of the homelessness is so difficult. And we suffer with understand the subject. It's brilliant how we understand that from different background, different perspective, different way. I love it, absolutely love it.
I think it works well because we know each other and we know how each other works, and we've built up that over time as well. So we don't have that. Say like when we first worked together as a group, there was lots of different things we had to consider.
Yes.
We didn't have to consider any of those. We could just get on with the project.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it kind of merged.
And that was
easier
from day
together.
one, we doing this project. We separate work, and everybody have the strength to do something. And
And
stick
we've
on it.
complemented each other, haven't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even that was it's a short time. It's just 8 weeks.
Yes.
8 weeks to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and have full-time jobs, be parents, and not be parents, but have a garden that needs a growing and getting my weeds down.
And we only Saturdays. We only
and we're only
Saturdays.
Saturdays, yeah, exactly. All of that to overcome. on the days, so
Teamwork
that's
was
good.
crucial to
Yeah.
our result,
Yeah.
which I love it. Absolutely love it. Even you're scared to say something sometimes, but when you're saying, it's absolutely deep and true how it should be, and I absolutely love it. You should value that because this is your strength. You think what you want to say, and that what you're saying is brilliant, and we should be proud on it.
I think we all should, definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Any more questions, my dear?
Yeah. From the research undertaken, how has your perspective grown or changed as a result of this module or task assignment?
Oh wow.
Hannah?
So I've identified that there are, like, I didn't realise there were so many needs and how complex those needs are of homeless people. So I knew they didn't have basic food and things like that, but then how those basic needs then take priority over health needs, because health needs are then kind of, they are a priority, but they're not necessarily thought about. So, and I've seen in a lot of health promotion material and policies that they're looking for immediate needs. They want to focus on the immediate needs rather than, say, you know, the specific health needs. And also how those short-term needs impact then on their long-term needs. And that I think our health promotion does well at identifying both of those sets, because we've incorporated so many different factors, and we've used those different methods and theories as well, which helps identify how all of those factors come together. Like stages of change as well. That was important for our health promotion because it identifies, you know, what a person might be feeling or going through at a certain stage, and how we can then implement different initiatives and
So you want to say
strategies.
it's difficult. It's difficult to understand what the needs is coming and what the health
It's
promotion
very
is
difficult
coming.
when you first look at it, but then when you research, you can then start to, it's like unravelling a kind of web, isn't it, of all these different needs that they have. And I just think those theories that we looked at as well, with all the research, then helps it all bring it together.
I was just shocked at 47 years old as being sort of like the average death rate for a homeless person in the UK. That just blew me away, really. If you think that the average death rate is around about 77, and to actually die 47 years old, so young, yet to have all these complex health needs, that really made me stop and think every time I see a homeless person. I think more in-depthly about passing them than what I did.
But it also makes you question what kind of society we're living in, that you have a big population of people
Yeah,
that
but
are
you're
living
talking
like
the
that.
adults. What about the teenagers?
Well, yeah,
Which
exactly.
they are not cared from the family. They doesn't have a support from the school,
And they've been
college
abused,
should be
yeah.
abused, which they are basic stuff, which they're supposed to be cared for them.
But also then there's also lots of opportunities to intervene, isn't it? Because you don't just become homeless overnight.
Yeah.
So what is it that isn't being done at all these various time points?
And
So
it's
when-
lots of different issues. Could be
Yes.
psychological problem, could be abuse, could be a financial problem. It's massive needs.
And I think
Yeah.
that summarises the Make Every Contact Count campaign that they did, but because they saw that as being the fact that a child or a young adult is in a position where they are contacted by the authorities for quite some time, and then it obviously doesn't work because they haven't made that contact count. And Paul's telling me to shut up, so I'm going
No,
to
that's
shut
good,
up.
that's important. to say.
Yeah, but we have to concentrate
We
on
have
our
to,
reflection.
yes, we do.
Our
Yeah.
reflection.
And that's it. I don't have any other questions. Anything?
And the final question, from a role perspective, did you feel comfortable with the responsibilities, and for future tasks, are there any other experiences you'd like to be allocated to diversify your own opportunities for development?
I liked my role, I like the research role, I just like that, it's what I enjoy doing. Perhaps on another study, then I could look at, perhaps looking at different areas that maybe I'm not so confident with, and doing that.
Well, I enjoy my calling to the people to find out who will give us interview and find out and hear, no, we don't have a time, no, that will not happen, or well, maybe next year. That's not stopping me. I'm just like I like. Even some say, oh yeah, that's. But when it's happened, it's brilliant. You just like feel, oh yes, happened. Yes, that's what I want. And that is what we done.
Do you think for this project in particular that we chose areas that we were confident and comfortable in, and maybe if we do something like this again, then maybe we say, I don't know, Tommy leads it, Mira does
As a
IT, something completely
Time.
something completely out of your comfort zone. But then we link those people with the experts, and we
But
do
it's
it like
always
that.
the
Yeah,
problem
You
is
see
the
what I mean?
time.
You've still got-
remain in our comfort
You do
zone,
have time, and
otherwise,
maybe
yeah.
it wouldn't be as well put together, but then you would have grown
Yes,
in those
it's an
areas. So
experience.
you would have been looking at a different way of
Yes.
doing it.
We didn't
That's
have a
brilliant,
time
yeah.
for that, and that's the
We
problem.
make time
Yeah.
because people need to grow in other
Yeah, and they
areas.
need to have the opportunity as well
To do
and
that.
to have the experience to do that, because when we finished this degree, we're out there.
And it would be, and this is an opportunity now to
It is.
practice these
It
things in
is,
a
yeah.
small, safe group.
In a safe group, where everyone
Because
respects
we
each
come to
other.
graduates and then we are given roles to do and then
They're
more you
outside
do
of
like,
it.
oh,
So you
no,
think,
Yeah.
guys, you grow
Yeah.
up on this assignment, you grow
Yeah.
up with different level.
Yeah. So we should
Everybody's-
try different roles.
And it'll be
Ev-
scary at the time,
Yeah.
but we've got each other, and
Yeah.
that's fine. And if we mess up, then it's
That's it,
okay.
yeah.
Rather be with people that you know and trust.
So
We
really
like you
accept
said,
our
we're going on.
strength and our weaknesses to just
Well,
grow
accept
up.
our strengths and weaknesses, but work on our weaknesses as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And promote our strengths by helping other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everybody's happy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Happy?
happy.
Happy. We are happy.
Hooray!
Thank you everybody.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Tommy. Thank you. You did well.
Yeah. At some point I struggled with number